Alright, it's a brand new month and it's not just any month. It's the last one before summer officially begins. And instead of just letting it fly by like every other one, I'm being more intentional to where I put my time. So I've set 5 simple but meaningful goals for May, and I want to share them with you guys today, not just for accountability, but to maybe spark something in you as well. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. If this is your first time seeing me, my name is Desmond. I talk about mindset, creativity, and self-growth, and pretty much anything I'm working on or learning in real time. So if that sounds like your thing, stick around. Now moving forward, whenever I do these types of videos, I want to eventually start them off by reflecting on the wins or lessons from the previous month. But since this is the first one in a while, we're just going to jump straight into the first goal. So the first goal that I have set is to upload a video at least once a week. So my last upload was back on February 26th, and between then and now, I'm recording this video on April 30th. I'll be real with you guys, I was going through a rough time. I'll probably share a bit more of what that looked like as I talk through my other goals, but yeah, it hit hard. And the timing sucked because it all happened as I started getting serious about my content. I was planning video ideas and thinking about the direction I want to take my content, but in March and even at the start of April, content wasn't really on my mind, and hopefully you guys understand that as you're watching at home. When I film, I want to be in the right headspace and not just for showing up for the sake of it. So this goal is simple: to upload a video once a week, and I'll try to upload every Wednesday since that's the day I have the most free time. So it makes sense to use it for planning, editing, and hopefully getting the video fully done that day. Post it all in the same day, and if it drops on a different day, cool, but Wednesday is the main goal to keep me consistent and grounded. So for goal number 2 I have is to read for 20 minutes a day, or at the very least finish one book this month. Lately I've been reading the 4 Agreements. It's a solid read and it sounds simple, but when you sit with it, it actually hits deeper. And I mentioned this book in my previous videos, so I'm glad I get to really talk about it now. I've also been trying to read 1 chapter of the Bible a day. A friend of mine actually recommended this goal to me, so if you're watching this video, shout out to you. Ideally, I want to read in the morning or right before I go to bed, but either or for me is a win, so that is for my second goal. So for goal number 3 is to rebuild my budget. Earlier in this video, I mentioned how March and the beginning of April were rough times for me. One of those reasons being I lost my job, and it was my very first job I actually worked at, and I almost worked there for 3 years. When I moved out of my hometown, I was supposed to transfer to a different location, but under the same company. Now, I'm not going to name this company just in case I work there in the future, but when I spoke with the hiring manager at the new store, the conversation rubbed me the wrong way. They seemed distracted and they talked over me. And long story short, I never got a call back. So that's when I realized it was time to start looking elsewhere for a new job. And I'm sharing all of that just for the context, but to say that budgeting is a priority now more than ever. I'll be sticking with the 50-30-20 rule, a rule that I've been using since I was 18, and it definitely has helped me save a lot of money. I'm also using an app called Rocket Money to help track things. Now, this isn't a sponsored video or anything. I just genuinely like the app, and it's been useful in showing me where my money is actually going. So for goal number 4 is to get back into running, specifically twice a week. That's a total of 8 runs a month, which feels realistic with everything else I've got going on personally. I used to run a lot more, and honestly, I really do miss it. The clarity it gave me, there's something about being outside, music in your ears, and just moving forward. It clears your head in a way that's hard to explain. I might track my distance or progress, but I'm not stressing that part too much for right now. For me, it's less about performance, but more about just being consistent and showing up. And if I happen to build momentum and push forward, cool. And last, but definitely not least, goal number 5 is to journal twice a week. That's 8 entries for the month. I've always found journaling to be one of those things that helps me bring clarity when I'm going through a chaotic time or something just feels off. I pressure myself to write anything perfect. Sometimes it's just bullet points, or other times it's a full page. Whether I'm using it for self-reflection, sorting through thoughts, or just tracking my own growth, it's a space where I can be honest with myself without overthinking it. So yeah, those are my 5 goals for May. Some are simple, some take more discipline, but they're all rooted in me just wanting to show up every day and just building that consistency rather than not so heavy focused on performance. If any of these goals spark something in you today, I challenge you just to take a few minutes to reflect on the goals that you have for this month and what they could look like. If you're new here and made it all the way to the end, thank you. Feel free to subscribe if you want to follow along, or even share your goals in a comment. And for those who have been here, thank you for your patience. I'm excited to be back. Until the next time, take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.